Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're having a great day and a wonderful weekend, depending on when you're watching this. We're taking a quick look here again at Chainlink, seeing what's going on. I got this request from one of our community members here in our request section. Thank you very much, Roger, for requesting this. Absolutely appreciate that. And what we want to do is take a quick look at the back end liquidation levels first and kind of work our way down and understand where we're at there. So before we get started, just ask you a quick favor, hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance, love to hear it. And let me know what your position is here with Chainlink. Are you long, shorts, indifferent, spot holder? Where are you at? All right, so daily time frame, we'll look at that in a minute. We're looking at the last 7 days here of liquidation for Chainlink. We can see solid amount of liquidation between 1425 and 1450. We did talk about that last week being a potential reality, considering we have some late shorts here entering the market, and they just got swept pretty hard. There is more late shorts, keep in mind, right there at about 14.65. So again, that's pretty standard, of course, once the price action sweeps that extra level and the price returns back to where it came from. Now, we could very well see a retracement from Chainlink, so I'm not going to try to just promote bullish behavior here because this coin has a lot of liquidation on the upside. But that's more incentive in the big picture for spot traders, or sorry, swing traders rather, if you plan to hold for an extended period of time. And again, the $16 mark upwards of $16.50, even $18.80. Massive amounts of liquidation there. Okay, so I'll post this on our playout charts here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, so you kind of understand what my sentiment is here on this coin. But generally speaking, it looks a little bit like this, and I'll show that to you here later. But for now, we're going to draw out the charts and kind of see where we're at. So first of all, I've got this ascending trend line running concurrent with some moving averages on the 4-hour time frame. We can also recognize too as well that we're above the cloud while lagging spans getting close to price action. There's a lot of favorable signs here, okay? And what I want to talk about too is this Elliott wave hasn't fully fulfilled itself yet, but we are looking for our 4. In other words, the price action, as long as it stays above the 1, we should be in good shape there to validate this pattern. So hypothetically, we get a bounce off 0.5 or 0.3 at 2, or the bottom's already in. It's one of those 3 things that could and should happen. Again, it's just a larger statistical probability that that's going to occur. It's not a guarantee. So what we're going to do here is look at other statistical probabilities and see which direction we might be going. Now, in the 1-day time frame, we still haven't broken above the 20-day SMA, right? So a closure at that 1450 or higher would be advantageous, give us that confirmation that we're getting close to that level, right? We are also looking here at 50 on the RSI getting close to, but we're not there yet. And we got stochastic swing to the upside, money flow index is high, and MACD is converging. We're seeing this very, very consistent pattern on most coins right now. A lot of them are shifting to that bullish momentum, so to speak, because they've bottomed out tentatively. I like to emphasize the word tentative because we don't know if Bitcoin's going to continue higher or lower, where we're at with that. It's looking fairly bearish today, but it's a Friday. It makes sense. A lot of profits being taken leading into the weekend. So 4-hour time frame, let's look at this here. We can see the 20-day SMA and the 50 below the price action. That's very helpful to understand and to note that we are on the right side of the tracks there. Tentatively getting rejected by the 100-day SMA, but generally speaking at this point, we see mostly bullish signs. We're over 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is remaining high, and we can also see here, of course, stochastic swinging down. It's standard for the stochastics to swing down, same thing with the MACD once we've been up at this level for some time. I mean, we've ever since our bottom on June 24th on Monday, we've seen a pretty significant increase from Chainlink from bottom to top about 15%. That's a pretty decent margin. So at this point, is the price going to continue lower? Well, we got to presume it won't until it does. And the reason why is because we're honoring this ascending trend. We've retested it a couple of times here so far, and until it breaks below, we got to kind of verify for ourselves that, hey, this is a good confirmation that we're still looking decent. The 4-hour time frame gives us a lot of good, more positive signs. And if we look at the hourly, it's a very similar circumstance here as well. Again, we talked about this earlier just to preface, but there is this upper level liquidity that was just swept. We discussed that already. The Ichimoku cloud, though, this is what I wanted to kind of talk about because it's important to be above the cloud here, kind of letting us know that we're on the right side of tracks. Okay, so today, to me, a closure above 1425 would be very important. Okay, the main reason why is because we'd stay above the cloud, we'd honor this ascending trend line, we wouldn't be breaking that. Conversion line and the baseline are intersecting soon. Lagging span is intersecting as well with the price action. So generally, those are 2 little small windows to say, hey, if you got a long position open, you may want to consider securing profits. It does not mean you open a short instantaneously because those things are happening, though. People seem to misunderstand that. What we would consider is if you have 3 or 4 hours consolidation here at this lower level, that might be a cause for considering a short. However, there's got to be other things present too. You don't just jump into a short or long because this confirming factor. Okay, but just know the Ichimoku cloud is very good about giving you some safe and conservative directions And at this point, it's pointing down a little bit more than up. However, we're still above this ascending trend line. There's a lot of reasons why we're probably still in good shape and that this guy is not falling, okay? So again, I would say just give it some time here. Later today, I'm going to consider a possibility of a swing trade with this coin, but I want to kind of verify and ensure we hold above this point of control. Speaking of point of control, if we take a look at the hourly, we can see here in the last 24 hours, the most amount of volume is about 1430. We're at 1420 right now. So that's really just telling us that we are below that point of control and the bears are controlling this price action. However, if you do look at the average amount of point of control for the last 3 days, or 4 days if you include that, we see the most amount of volume right where the price action bounced at 1410. So that does imply that, you know, this last 4-day period since we've been in this range, the bulls are in control, but right now the bears are starting to shift that momentum. Okay, all the more reason to consider waiting to take a trade, but also confirming that the bottom should be in here with this lowest point here for the 4, and we will likely see a pivot or a bounce from here. Again, a lot of little things, there's a lot of subjective stuff here, right? Bitcoin continues to be a pain in the butt, and it continues progressing lower. We're going to see that. I mean, if we do lose this little support range here at 60,600, we could very well see the price pull back, and we're going to see a very similar circumstance for Chainlink. So all the more reason to wait. Heaven forbid you miss out an opportunity to get into this coin. There's other opportunities. I don't know if you noticed this, but the market is filled with missed opportunities. Okay, it's just kind of the way it goes. So don't try to get wrecked over that. I'll admit it happens to me every once in a while too. So it's totally a human quality to be like, oh dang it, I missed that opportunity. But again, find more. It's okay. You'll get there. Don't even worry about it. Just don't force a trade. I guess that's the important thing, right? Hope you learned something today. Thanks again so much for watching. You can do me a favor by hitting the like button. Join us over on Twitter, Telegram, Discord. We now have a TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Okay, cool stuff. Check it out. Thanks again so much for your feedback. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.